Most real estate agents are wasting thousands on lead gen. And it is not because of bad leads. It is because they don't know how to turn those leads into listings. And that's not the agent's fault because no one has ever showed them how the lead conversion process works for online leads. If you ever felt like lead gen doesn't work or leads suck, then this video is for you. Here's the truth. Leads do work, but only when you have a system to attract, nurture, and convert them. The biggest mistakes that I see: agents are chasing random leads with no actual follow-up strategy. They're spending money on ads without a clear listing acquisition system, and they are relying on outdated scripts that don't work in today's market or just don't work for online leads in general. Sound familiar? Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Eetu. I'm the founder and CEO at Mescoola, a real estate growth agency that's revolutionizing the way our realtors acquire listings by implementing the AI-enhanced value-first online listing acquisition system. On this channel, I'll show agents who are closing anywhere from 6 to 15 plus deals per year and are stuck at around 100K per year in commissions and really wanting to double, triple, or even quadruple their business over the next 12 months. I'll show them how they can close 10, 15, 24 or more listings per year and eventually scale up to 7 figures. And if you're already a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you. And that being said, let's dive in. Just so you don't have to guess, here's what top performing agents are doing differently. Number one, they have a predictable seller lead flow. They have a predictable system for generating seller leads. They are not just running ads. They're running ads with a clear conversion path, with a clear goal, with a clear outcome. What are they wanting to get out of the ad spend? Okay. And number two, they have an AI enhanced follow-up and nurture in place. So they have a system because the first 5 minutes after the lead comes in is crucial. Okay. Most agents wait too long. And to be clear, at Mescoola, what we do and what our system tailored to do is to engage automatically, instantly, okay, with the leads that are coming in. So within the first 30 seconds. To be clear, the first 5 minutes is crucial. You have to be able to engage, contact with your leads within the first 5 minutes they're coming in, preferably within the first 30 seconds, right? And the top performing agents don't only engage and follow up one time, but they actually continue to nurture and follow up the leads until they are ready. Okay, so they provide value and they continue to nurture their leads. The best agents don't just call leads or text leads or email leads once and then give up. No, they actually have a process to stay top of mind and move prospects forward in their selling journey. Alrighty, so the statistics show that 80% of the deals are happening after the 5th, 6th follow-up, somewhere there, and the key amount of follow-ups would be somewhere around 8 to 12 touch points in order to get the next step secured, which in this case would be obviously the meeting set. Now, and the number 3 top performing agents, they have sales conversion process in place. They know how to take the lead from an opt-in to a conversation to appointments, and from there to actually signing the listing and closing the deal, right? So they have the whole process systemized. They have a sales conversion process in place that actually is designed for the type of leads that they are generating. Okay, so whether it's in this case online leads, they have a process for that, right? They have a process for all the different type of offers that we're running. So let's say we have a running on home evaluation ad. They have a process for that specific ad, that offer, and then the same thing whether it comes to any other way of generating leads and generating business. They have a process in place. They have a sales conversion process in place that's systemized and it's followed every single time. Okay, so they know how to convert the leads. Now, let me break this down on my iPad here so you can actually see how to build one of these to yourself, or just like in general, how the whole process works, having these 3 things in place. And then potentially, even if you want to check out, you could click on the link and see, you know, more information about our value first listing acquisition system and see if it makes sense for you and then schedule an interview. But let's dive into the actual process. So what we do at Mescoola, as I said, we have the value first online listing acquisition process system, right? So that whole system is designed to do these 3 steps, these 3 key things. So predictable sell lead flow, AI follow-up and nurture, and then having a long-term, not only short-term, but long-term follow-up process, and then also sales conversion, what that is all about. Then also having a sales conversion process in place to actually convert the leads to appointments and listings, right? So that's what the Value First Online Listing Acquisition System is all about. Now, the way how we do it, the method that we like to call, is this ANC, okay? So A stands for attract, N stands for nurture, and C stands for convert. Alrighty? So attract, nurture, convert. The attraction piece takes care of the predictable sell lead flow. The nurture piece takes care of the AI follow-up and nurture, the follow-up process there, and the nurturing process, and getting those opt-in leads that are coming in to be contacted within the first 30 seconds, engaged, and also actually getting the conversation going, and from there to phone consultations, right? And then the convert piece here, obviously then the sales conversion process, which we actually show and teach on how to do. There's this one thing that we call the 7-minute phone consultation process and phone consultation framework, that it really only takes you 7 minutes on the phone with these people to being able to build up the trust, build up the rapport, and then actually influence them to being able to get them to the next step, which in this case would be an in-person appointment, and then turning that in-person appointment into listing appointment. From there, actually then either signing the listing or having follow-up meetings set and scheduled to get them on the next step, right? So that's the whole thing. So A and C, attract, nurture, convert. Now, that's probably super clear, nothing crazy there, super simple. The way how the whole thing works here is that when we talked about the attraction piece, okay, so attraction piece, let's go through this first. You could be running any type of advertisements. What we really see the best returns right now is, may sound weird, may sound like this cannot be true, but right now the 10x returns from any platform, any channel that we are doing is, the best one is Facebook. Okay, so Meta, Facebook and Instagram actually. So let me scratch that. It's Meta nowadays. So Facebook and Instagram. This right now, when done right, is the platform that you can really get 10x returns on your money, on your ad spend, when you're doing things the right way. So from there, what we do, we give them an offer to actually stop the scrolling, thumb-stopping creatives and an offer, and get them interested, and get them excited, get them intrigued, and be like, hey, I want to learn more. And from there, we drive them to a landing page. So instead of using the native lead forms on Facebook, we don't do that. We drive them to a landing page where it's a survey. So it's a simple survey funnel, right? On that survey, we ask things like the property address, potential time on the sale, recent upgrades to property in some cases as well, and then obviously like the relationship to the property, if they are the homeowner, if they are a family member, or if they are looking to buy that property, right? That they are searching for more information about. For example, like let's say there's a home evaluation type of advertisement, that's pretty much what it will look like. From there, we get them to a booking page where it's a calendar, and then some of the leads, the ones that really want to talk to you, they book a phone consultation from this page. But then really, this is the attraction piece, okay? That really, where the magic happens is then obviously the nurture and convert pieces. So nurture in this case would be when the leads submit this survey, they go in here and we have an SMS AI. And with some of our customers, we have also implemented voice AI agents that are actually like human ISAs. It's super weird, even now, still a thing, that AI agent can actually have conversations with these leads, right? And then book those into phone consultations. And then, so voice AI agent, Mescula voice, or the SMS AI. So you can technically build these things yourself as well. However, if you want to get the best ones that are working right now and actually, not use your time and money to try to figure out how to do it, we already have a proven solid process in place for the SMS and voice AI. However, these here are designed not to close a deal for you at this point. Maybe in future, but not yet. The best conversion for the whole funnel, for when I'm saying whole funnel, I mean from lead to actual listings and closings, the best conversions that you can get is when you design this step to be something that don't go too deep, but actually is just tailored to engage with leads instantly, follow up like human wouldn't, and you wouldn't. And what I mean by that is double dial when they dial, follow up, call again if they didn't pick up the same day, call a couple times the next day, and then continue to follow up the first 7 days every single day by calling, and then continue to follow up weekly, and then eventually to monthly, and then quarterly, etc. Plus incorporating the SMS AI in there. So the voice AI component is huge, okay? But even if the SMS AI, it's really is increasing the conversion. So right now what we see is that most of our phone consultations that we are scheduling are not coming from here, but they're actually coming from here. And then with the people who have implemented the voice AI systems, it's coming from the voice AI, okay? So right now, how this kind of divides to is like the about 10%-ish of the leads when we look at a bigger picture are coming from the actual calendar page, 10% are coming from the SMS AI, and then 10% the voice AI. Somewhere there. It slightly dependent on the customer or the market, but that's pretty much what we see right now. So it kind of go, if you don't have voice AI, you're kind of like losing on some of the leads. If you don't have SMS AI and this actual nurturing process in place, you're losing out on the leads unless you're using all of your time to follow up. Now, even if you have the AI systems in place, one key thing to remember is that even still, you do have to, or someone from your team, if you have a team members, or you have an ISA, you still have to follow up. You have to follow up the people in the database. You have to follow up manually as well, because you want to be able to also touch base personally and have those deeper connections, phone calls with them to build long-term rapport, long-term trust, all that stuff, so that if some of the people are not ready right now, once they are, they will think of you and not someone else. So you do have to manually also be there. These here are designed to get the people who don't pick up the phone and are more ready, but they just don't tell you that yet, to get those into conversations with you, and then from there to in-person appointments. Because there's a lot of people like that who just don't pick up the phone, and you still have to keep on following up, as well as there are people who need that instant 30-second touch point that you couldn't give them. Just like the truth. If you're on a listing appointment, or you're showing, or you're like just waking up and they are inquiring, you cannot give them a call in 30 seconds. If you can, show me, and show me how you do that 7 days in a week, 24/7, 365 days a year. I don't believe you if you say you can do that. But nevertheless, so attraction piece, then we have the SMS, the nurturing piece. So this is the short term, really. There's the short-term nurturing piece, and then we obviously have a long-term nurturing piece as well that incorporates, email, value building stuff, as well as SMS, and then also database reactivations, right? So those are the things. And database reactivation, what it really is, it's just re-offers, remarketing, or SMS or email to people that you have already opted into your database, and then trying to get them engaged again, and from there to conversations with you. So this is super simple. I'm not going to go too deep into this. We don't have time on this video for that. If you want to learn more how that process works, then just click on the link and you will see this page. It may have an updated video. I'm not 100% sure, but nevertheless, there is a video on the link. When you click on that, it's either myself or a VP, and we're going to go in depth there, the value first listing acquisition system, how it works, and the results that it's getting, and the 2 reasons why it's working so damn well. And after you watch that, you can schedule an interview with our team to see if you could build one for yourself. We cannot help everyone, but especially if you're someone who have been doing 6 to 15 deals over the past 12 months and are somewhere around 80 to 100K in commissions, then and really are wanting to double or triple your business over the next 12 months, then we can for sure help you. I'm just putting that out there right now. So you guys, if you are someone like that, people that we have helped over and over again, and it's so simple. You just need the right systems, you just need the right training, you just need the right frameworks, and you will double your business. There's nothing crazy, there's nothing fancy, it's super simple, it's basic stuff, but just doing the basics over and over again and being better and doing it more than anyone else out there, okay? So we can really help you out if that's the case. Now, the sales conversion part. So obviously the C component. Basically from opt-ins and or consultations to appointments to listings and listings to closings and all that good stuff, right? I'm saying opt-ins as well because there obviously will be also opt-in leads that we still have to, as an agent, to call through manually as well to build up the relationship, all that stuff, as I kind of explained on the nurture piece. So there is some of that manual calls for the opt-ins as well if you really want to squeeze the juice out of the opportunities and really scale up your business and not only focus on the short-term deals but also on the long-term, right? And a few things that we gotta understand here is that paid ads is totally different than referrals, sphere of influence, even organic content. So let's say you're running, or like you posting on Instagram, you're doing reels, you're posting content, and you're getting some inbound traction, some inbound leads from there. It is different than running paid ads. So there is a different process in place for this. So really the C component, it starts from, how do I get more conversations out of the leads that are coming in? Which obviously one of the things there that helps is the nurturing systems in place, right? But as I said, there's some manual touches in place. So how do I get more conversations? And then how do I set more of those into appointments, right? Into in-person appointments? And how do I turn those into listing presentations, right? And how do I turn those listing presentations into actual signed listings? And then eventually, how do I actually close those? So when it comes to this, what we see is that most agents that we work with, they know how to do this part. So they know how to close the deals. They know how to sell the homes. They also know how to get those listings signed once they have someone who they can have a solid listing presentation with. The biggest bottlenecks that we see are actually here. So getting actually those conversations going, which is why we have to have the nurturing piece and we have to have that in place. But also just like here, once we fix that, is like, okay, how do I actually turn this into in-person appointments? How do I have those conversations on the phone so that I'm not only able to set appointments, but they're excited to see me, right? So this is a big piece here and a big bottleneck, right? So that's why we have the conversion piece. And that's why we have this thing and we teach this thing called the 7-minute phone consultation framework. So technically what that is a phone consultation. It's a 7-minute framework because it only takes 7 minutes to actually run through a proper phone consultation and to set that into in-person appointments. So the whole idea with this funnel, right? The funnel from here is getting ad to survey to calendar and then having the SMS and voice AI and all the different automations in place, all that good stuff. And then having this conversion piece is to get more conversations, is to get more calls booked, is to get more phone consultations booked and conducted, right? So it is call booking funnel at the end of the day. Now, the reason why we have this call booking funnel is because once we implemented the call booking funnel and we added the phone consultation step into the process, the average results skyrocketed. They went through the roof. And it's simply because in that actual phone consultation, and the agent is not only able to, qualify them a bit more further, and get the motivation out there and all that stuff, but also actually starting to really build a relationship and the know, like, and trust effect that we need as an agent in order to have more appointments, in order to close more listings. So it is a crucial step, and it's actually best done when it's the agent doing it. That's when we see the best conversion. So if you are an agent doing anywhere from 6 to 15 plus, maybe 20 deals a year, and you really want to double, triple your business, and eventually get to 7 figures. At the first, you have to be there yourself. Once you learn that process, then you can really document your own sales process, hand it off to maybe an ISA or another agent that joins your team, and then teach them on that process. And then you can really, zoom out and get your hands out of that and, work more on the business. But at the beginning, you do have to actually crack the code and do it yourself, unless you want to burn a bit of money by doing that. And most of us are not willing to do that. So we do recommend the agent actually taking the phone call. Now, eventually, what I do recommend, as I most likely have mentioned in this nurture step, is like having not only ISA, voice AI systems, but also ISAs to help with that process and actually get the conversion to the next level. And that happens by actually increasing volume, increasing inputs, and all that stuff, right? So the conversion mechanism for this whole funnel, for this whole value first online listing acquisition system, is the actual 7-minute phone consultation. So that is the conversion mechanism. That's the CTA. That's the call to action on all of these different steps in order to get to that step. And from there, obviously, to get in-person appointments set, build up the relationship. And that's the key, right? So that's the key in order to get those 10x returns from Facebook ads, right? So that's what it is all about. Other thing to note is that most agents are trying to disqualify when they are on the phone, right? They're trying to disqualify because they don't want to waste their time, which is totally valid, right? No one really wants to waste our time, so that's totally valid. However, most agents also haven't really cracked the code on paid ads, haven't really been able to successfully scale paid ads up and getting that source and acquisition channel really working. And also, most agents that are doing this are somewhere below 30 deals a year, and they really just need to double and triple their business in order to get to the numbers they want to go to. And the way to do that is to actually not to disqualify, but it's actually to what my recommendation is, and how I built our business at the beginning stages, was to actually get every single appointment set that I was able to get to, and then start to think about like, okay, which one of these is more quality, how do I go about the process, etc. But first get the quantity up and then get the quality up, right? Because that will help you not only have the momentum up, but also to figure out what is actually a qualified person, right? Because most of us does not know that. We don't know that when we first starting with paid ads, because as I said earlier, it's different than referrals, it's different than sphere of influence, it's different than even organic content. So you need to learn what is actually quality, what's not. And the only way to really learn that is to set appointments with as many people as humanly possible, build up the relationship, all that stuff. Now, once you get the quantity up and then you're able to fix the quality, this will get you to the habit of having the conversations that will lead to in-person appointments, and the habit of actually setting appointments, which will help you to build more relationships. And that will not only help you to get the short-term business, the people that are ready to go, but also the long-term business, because you're able to build a relationship with more and more people. And the fact is, I think 70%, if I remember correctly, I don't have the stats here, 70% of homeowners are going to go with the first agent they meet with. So if you are the first person they meet with and they don't even think about selling yet, and you do it the right way, they will go with you once they are ready. So that's why it's also highly, highly recommended. And especially if you are anywhere from 6 to 15, even 20, 25, 30 deals, and you really wanted to scale and you really wanted to build a business where you can have the freedom, where you can do the things you always dreamed of and make the money you always wanted to make, then that's what you should do. So book yourself up to 70% full capacity, then 10 fix the quality, build those relationships, because at the end of the day, real estate, as most of the businesses that are doing a service to others, are relationship businesses. So you should do that. Now, when you are on the phone, when you are meeting with someone, when you are doing a listing presentation and you you didn't close you didn't sign the listing papers yet, etc. Any single time you're in contact with someone, even when you close the deal and you close the home, make sure that you remember this one thing: BAM FAM, book a meeting from a meeting. What this really means is that when you are in any type of contact with anyone, really, when it comes to, running the business and having conversations with prospects, clients, etc., is that you know when you are talking with them next time. They know when you are talking with them next time, and you have confirmed they for sure know that, and you have a reminder for yourself to actually do that. So BAM FAM, book a meeting from a meeting. The best way to do that is just send an invitation to someone, and that will be phenomenal, right? So they know when it's gonna happen, that you're gonna reach out. So they're not gonna reach out to you in between and be like, hey, what's happening, whatever. This would be like when you're working with them. And then at the same time, the first, when you're trying to get the business, when you're trying to set those appointments, when you're trying to get the deals done, you know that they are more likely to actually talk with you, and you don't need to chase them, but they will start to chase you, right? So there's less back and forth, and you turn the tables in that. So BAM FAM, book from a meeting, a thing to really, really remember. Now, if you want to learn even more and/or want us to build the Value First online listing ecosystem for you and help you double your production this year, click the link in the description and it will direct you to this page. Watch the short video and then click on schedule interview. On the actual video, we go over more in depth about the Value First listing ecosystem. It's either myself or our VP on that video, depending on which page you're seeing right now. But go through the video and watch it, and we'll explain also the 2 reasons why it works so damn well and the results that it's getting right now for all the agents that we're working with. So that's pretty much it. Click on the link, go check out the video, and then schedule an interview with my team. We're going to walk you through and see if we could help you out. If not, no worries. If yes, we're going to talk about the next steps and what that would look like. And that's pretty much it. If nothing else, click on subscribe and see you on the next one. Ciao.